Oh, you can feel the pain there, Sammy. I don't know about you. I'm rotund right now. We're recording on Christmas night. How are you feeling?
I haven't taped anything on Christmas night in 12 years, I don't think. So I'm having flashbacks. I also want to apologize. We're recording this out of my brother's upstairs office, I guess. He has an office with no Ethernet. What kind of office doesn't have Ethernet? By the way, if you hear people behind me, there's a full-on Christmas party going on in the house right now. So that's sort of what I've been dealing with today. But to back up your point about being rotund, I had 2 dinners tonight. 2.
Yep. I'm not surprised. Okay, so I saw a photo that you tweeted out earlier tonight. Was that dinner 1, dinner 2, or both?
Dinner 1 was about 4:00. That was the Italian side. And there were also some pierogies there. So I had sausage and meatballs and peppers, mostaccioli, mac and cheese, pierogies, and then my brother hosted, and it was just full-on Thanksgiving dinner because my mom decided this year we're going to do Thanksgiving because we didn't spend Thanksgiving together. So we were kind of doing Christmas but eating Thanksgiving. If anybody followed my Twitter feed the last 2 days, I've been retweeting people that follow me, follow our show. The red meat, it's a necessity at Christmas next year because I got no red meat in the last 2 days.
None.
None.
Wow. So that even though you had all of those options, you still are voicing a complaint that there was no red meat, that bothered you a little bit. Give me beef tenderloin. Give me something. If they're talking about how fat we are right now, you're like, where's the red meat? Enough carbs.
No, I'm only complaining about the Ethernet. I'm not complaining about the meal at all. I think I'm just having FOMO. That's what your kids say, right? Yes. FOMO. I'm having FOMO that I didn't have a prime rib or a tenderloin or a fat ribeye because usually we do prime rib. When we were kids, my mom and dad did prime rib. But again, circumstantially, we didn't have Thanksgiving. So my mom's like, we're going to do Thanksgiving. So that's where we're at. But dude, I'm smoking everything inside. And let's be fully transparent here as we are. I brought the bottle of Jack for when our special guest pops on the show here later on today. I am running on fumes. And it's just like every day it's either food that I shouldn't have or booze until I order food that I shouldn't have. It's bad. It's so bad that when I got to Buffalo less than a week ago, Joe, and people were like, wow, you look good. I saw somebody there. It's like, wow, you're putting on the pounds, huh?
Uh-huh. It flipped.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't take much. And we've got another week of this, too. So my issue isn't the number of main courses that we're having. My issue is the sweet tooth. It's the desserts. It's sitting there and it's out there all day. So I'm just wandering around talking to people. Of course, I'm going to grab another brownie like all day, every day. It's too much, man. It's too much. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do? Are we going to do anything? No? Okay. Because I saw that you brought up possibly, I don't know if you're on the same wavelength as me. I was like, oh, Sam wants to do a commitment to excellence. Is this what he's saying?
No, not at all. In fact, I was at my Uncle Joe's last night, and I was pounding down plates of Spanish rice because they do rice and beans, and they do the turkey and the ham and all that last night. And we're sitting around eating it, and everybody is sort of singing the same song. Well, we'll start the diet next week. Well, no, next week's New Year's, and then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and all that. And then it's the NFL playoffs. Well, we'll do it in February. Wait, that's the Super Bowl. There's Valentine's Day. Yep. Oh, the excuses in the holiday season.
March Madness after that.
Time and time again. Of course. I'll be honest with you. I know this is a sports betting show. I only made one bet today, and it was on Minnesota +8. I didn't watch a lot of the games, man. We had it on in the house. My dad was here. My dad says, tell Joe I'm subscribed. He found out how to subscribe on YouTube. He's very excited about that. So we watch the end of that game when Denver pulls it out, wins by 7, does not cover. Every dog covers tonight. Every dog. This is the first Christmas, though, that I honestly wasn't sweating an unnecessary bet on a football game. And I think part of it is because the games weren't on TV. The first dinner, the first party I was at, they didn't have the game on.
Oh.
Because they don't have Netfless.
Come on.
Every game was streamed. Yes, I swear.
You can't watch Part of My Take?
No Russillo?
Yes, no Russillo, no Part of My Take. Oh wow, that's surprising because people do we did see people bring that up because it was in the news a lot last week. There are people out there that don't have Netflix. See, I had the game on. I spent Christmas Day here. My sisters usually come over and we just order Chinese because nobody wants to do anything. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The games were on. I didn't place a bet, but I had a lot on the line because I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, I've got to make a survivor pick in this 500K pool. I got to do something. And I was looking at all my options. Like, I don't love it, but I'm picking a Christmas game. I took Dallas. I did take Dallas.
Yeah, there you go.
That line got up to 10 at Pinnacle. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. Josh Johnson's awful. I gave out Dallas 5.5 on our last episode, and that skyrocketed once it became official that Johnson was going to be the quarterback. So that covered. The closing line does not, as you mentioned, but Dallas wins, and that's good. And in the Circus Survivor, we make a big deal out of the Christmas Day slate along with the Thanksgiving only slate. And only one person was knocked out. There was one that took Washington, and everybody else took Dallas and Sam, Minnesota. Big dog comes through again. Thanksgiving, we had all those dogs come through, and then a bunch of people still alive for the 14 million took Minnesota as a 7-point dog.
In the Circa Survivor, they were popping an 8-point dog that actually did get bet down, to your point.
Yep.
So here's what else is wild about the Minnesota situation. I almost lit my Minnesota over 8.5 tickets on fire a month ago. They are now 8-8 with a chance to land on 9 wins. I did not think that was possible. I did not have Max Brosmer. Didn't he start Brosmer for the Vikings?
Yes, he did.
I did not have him getting me on the cusp of cashing over 8.5 wins at even money, but here we are. And you know what else I thought today? I'm watching this Denver team just dominate Kansas City in the TOP, total yards, basically every category that matters, and still barely win. And you know what I'm about to say. I don't give a fuck if Buffalo has to go to Denver. I do not care. Give me Denver over Buffalo. Yeah, okay. In my dreams, maybe.
I was kicking myself over not making a bet there because I think a lot of people were thinking this. I was certainly thinking that, okay, we've got Casey and Arrowhead. Maybe it's Kelsey's last game there. They would not take the camera off him and Taylor Swift for a moment, especially at the end of the game. But Denver doesn't blow anybody out. And they're laying 13, 14 on the road. I should take KC. I should. I did not. And then, of course, the game's hanging in the balance at the very end. You get an offsides. Chris Jones, first penalty of the game on the Chiefs. It's Chris Jones giving them the free first down, eventually leading to the touchdown there, the game-winning touchdown for the Broncos. But I get your point. I understand. One thing, the other game that we just mentioned, Detroit, big thing that jumped out to me, Lions are officially out of the playoffs. We have almost all of our NFC teams. Detroit ain't shit without Ben Johnson.
Wow. So I didn't know it would be this bad, but we did, on the last show that we did together, pose the question, who would you rather be for the next 5 years? And I posed the question. It was sort of rhetorical because you know the answer if you have half a brain. This is how quickly things can change in the NFL. You have a team that 2 years ago was everybody's dark horse. Last year was everybody's pick to win the NFC. This year, they're not making the playoffs. And the problem when you're a franchise like Detroit or Washington, there's another team that got far last year, NFC title game, and now injuries and missing the playoffs and all that. When you're a bad franchise and a poorly ran organization, your window is even shorter than the average Bears. And no pun intended on Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this team could turn on Dan Campbell next year. I'm not going to say, all right, fire Dan Campbell, because that's asinine. But what happens next year if the Lions lose 2 of the first 3 and they lose one of those games because of Dan Campbell? Then you lose the locker room. Then what? Right? You go from being everybody's sleeper to everybody's Super Bowl pick to out of the playoffs to boom, eruption from inside the locker room. And you and I last year on Bet Sweats, I'll never forget, we come out of the break right after the playoff game against Washington. There was a lot of truth to that, man. There's a lot of truth. They may never get back. As crazy as that is to admit that out loud, they may never get back. And a team like Detroit with a quarterback like Jared Goff, they're not winning 2-3 road playoff games. They're not going into Philly, going into Chicago, going into Green Bay, and dominating on the road. They have to play at home and win at home. And as the number 1 seed last year, they couldn't take care of business. Their muscles weren't as big as everybody thought. And now they're dead 1 year later.
As soon as that game goes final, it was the first thing that I was thinking about. How many times we were on the show screaming, roar! Well, how does that play in the locker room now? How does that work? Are they going to buy in? Are they still buying in? They're sitting at home. They're not one of the 14 teams making the playoffs. That's going to be a fascinating offseason, and I'm sure there's plenty of blame to go around. As it turns out, that was a thing. A lot of hot air was spent over the summer. You lose both coordinators. You lose both coordinators. A lot of people missed the playoffs. Nope, they're out under the win total. Those people were right. Hey, we were on that train. We were part of that. And you still wondered in the back of your mind, but they still have the same players. Dan Campbell was the guy that was calling the plays for much of the season. So the Lions are officially out. That was huge. You lose to Brosmer. I mean, come on. What a joke. Not much change there with Circus Survivor. Other thing that stood out to me, Sam, this used to be the NBA's day. I didn't watch a field goal. I didn't watch a second. I didn't see a basketball dribble today. We could sit here and say these matchups suck. We have bad quarterbacks out there. Both can be true. And the only thing on my television was football.
My uncle turned on the NBA. I think it was on ESPN because football didn't start here until noon Central. Obviously, I'm in Chicago for Christmas. My uncle flips on the NBA, and at the very bottom of the screen, it says Happy Holidays. He's like, fuck that, and turned it off. It's like, you don't say Merry Christmas? I'm not watching.
Oh,
I'm
they
like
did?
this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Happy Holidays, like the old American Dad skit.
Yeah.
I said Merry Christmas. So
Yeah.
that's my world today. Oh, they don't say
Awesome.
Merry Christmas? I'm not watching.
Phenomenal. We do have to shout out our people. You brought up a suggestion off the show. It was via text, and I thought it was a good one, something that you received from a listener, because I brought up, are we going chicken heads or are we going flock? And what did that person say to you?
That's my guy, Hato. He said you got to call it the coop.
It's strong. Flock or coop? I think the coop is good. Flock is decent, but I think coop is better.
I like coop. I have to admit something here before we get to week 17 and then bring in our special guest. I was on the website designing our merch.
Okay.
And I got all the way to the very end and I hit upload and it said error. I got an error message. They highlighted the whole screen in red. I spent 2 hours building up all the different merch. And when I went to upload, it wouldn't let me upload. So now I'm going to probably have to go to war. I mean, nothing's going to get done Christmas Day, the day after. I'm going to have to funnel this to next week. But I was on the server uploading the merch, picking all the colors. Dude, I got like 13 colors for the chicken dinner hoodie, the white logo.
Yeah.
I've got 12, 13 different colors lined up in the chamber, and then I couldn't upload it. That's how I spent my Christmas Eve.
We do need to shout out the coop, though. I mean, the people came.
Yeah,
in.
of course.
I don't know if you saw it all. I had texted you, but I don't know if you checked it. But laying in bed last night, I was messing around on the phone. Took a gander. I'm like, oh, look at all the reviews that came in. More and more. They're hammering it, man. Hammering it. They knocked down the Bet Sweat Spotify to 3.2.
Good.
It's hilarious.
Good. That's what they get. Honestly,
Yes.
I don't care.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. I just wanted to mention to you what some of the subjects are, because I was rolling, because I think these are just genius. I'll just roll through the top.
No,
7.
I want you to read what you have, and then I clipped one too, because I've been drinking all day. I really don't want to talk about this that much.
That's fine.
Just in case something slips out. But I did earmark one of the reviews that I thought was really, really good. Why don't you rip what you got?
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to talk about it that much moving forward, but people have gone out of their way saying that they appreciate it, us providing some context with everything that's gone on. I'll just say over the last couple of days, the emotions are back. So that's why it's on my mind. And I'm sure when we record next Monday night, it's going to be the same. But I was just cracking up reading the subjects. Forget the reviews, but you've got one that you want to go over. It was, don't listen or subscribe, scammer feed, terrible to get rid of Sam and Joe, what were you thinking, Miss Sam and Joe, trash management, F-bomb.
It's so good. Here's the one I got. This is from a listener named Jason, who I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. A lot of these, we see the names and we know. I appreciate everybody who leaves a review, even the 1-star review that I'm going to get to next week. I can't do it right now for reasons I just discussed. But Jason left us a comment on YouTube and said, great to see you guys back on Chicken Dinner. From dogs eating lasagna, leaf blowers disguised as vacuums, and Sam showing up late to one of the Vegas shows, you guys always make me laugh and wonder what's coming next. It's not always about giving out bets, but connecting with an audience, and you guys do it better than anyone. That made me smile from ear to ear.
Yeah, I think my wife or my kids actually, somebody brought up that review because I hadn't seen it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Dogs eating lasagna? I'm like, oh, that's right, Tucker. We're talking about Tucker with the chicken parm. That's what they were referencing. So that's a long-time listener there. Fantastic. Oh, man. All right, you want to break down week 17, then we get to our surprise guest?
Yeah, I marked a couple games that I'm going to bet. I haven't done it yet because I've been, kind of AWOL the last 2 days. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I marked these two. I'm going to bet Carolina against Seattle. And look, the 7.5s are going away, Joe. They are. There's a 7.5 at FanDuel. There's a couple offshore, but this market is mostly 7. And if you look at Superbook, it's a cheap 7, right? 7 minus 108. A couple other 7 minus 110s. I think Carolina is very live, not only to cover the game, but win the game. I'm going to go there. I think this is the worst spot for Seattle, just off of that game against the Rams. So I do like Carolina. And the other game that I'm going to bet, I'm kicking myself because Vegas Rick the other day, he goes, go bet Cleveland. And this would have been maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Yeah. I can't remember. Everything's running together. He goes, we're about to bet the Browns. And I didn't get there. They bet 4 and 3.5. Look at that market right there on Pittsburgh and Cleveland. 3s across the board on Pittsburgh at Cleveland. I will still bet the Browns. I think they're going to win.
Number one game I wanted to bring up is, if you didn't bring it up, I was going to point it out to you. Is there anything funny about this line? Anything funny at all? But you know where we're sitting at Cleveland +3. Cleveland 3-12 on the year. Judkins goes down to serious injury. What are they going to do on offense? going up against the Steelers this week, who put up almost 500 yards last week against Detroit. Why is
it's a lock?
Why is it 3?
Pittsburgh's a lock.
Why is it?
I only got to win by 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't expect Watt to be out there. He was listed as limited. The guy's lung was in a bad state of affairs just a matter of days ago. So I'm not expecting him to be out there. The number one guy on the offense, DK Metcalf, he's suspended because of the shenanigans going on with that fan for the last couple of games of the regular season. So that's got to come into play as well. And we've talked countless amount of times about this Browns defense in particular at home and how strong they are. And Sam, if you look at the history of this series within this AFC North, Cleveland's been awesome against them at home. Pittsburgh's been Pittsburgh, right? They're always in the conversation. Maybe not great, but never awful. They're Pittsburgh. And they play teams tough inside the division. The Browns never have a quarterback. They go out and they trade for Watson. They still can't get a quarterback. They've won 5 of the 6 home games against Pittsburgh last 6 years. They've won straight up 5 of them. Yeah. They kept it close against Buffalo. It was probably more on the Bills that game, but I like Cleveland. Will we get back to 3.5? I think there was 1 3.5 out there. What do you think? Do you think you have to bet it at 3? It is a juice 3, juice on the Pittsburgh side. If we wait, do we have a chance of getting that hook?
You might, but it might go the other way. They might take 3 and get this down to 2.5. So I'm going to have to make this bet. Wink, wink. We get the best bets after we bring on our guest, our very handsome, sexy guest, who is being very patient for us, flicking what looks like a baseball up and down. So maybe that's a tease for who our guest is. I want 3. I care more about getting 3 than having to potentially risk missing 3 the wrong way. So I gave you my 2. You like Cleveland. Who else you like?
All right. Another one that I'm looking at is a divisional matchup. Jaguars, Colts. So Phillip Rivers, he's going to start again. We saw what happened on Monday night. They did put up some points, but they were just steamrolled by the 49ers. So now we've got 44-year-old Rivers on a short week, and this is a Jaguars team that consistently manhandles Indy. 17-3-1 against the spread since 2015. Earlier in the year, we saw the Jaguars take care of business at home. I don't know that we can sit here and confidently say that there's a better quarterback playing right now than Trevor Lawrence. That sounds like an insane comment. The numbers would back it up. It's wild what he's done. 4 more total touchdowns last week. Last 4 games, 14 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Last 6 games, 18 total touchdowns for this dude. He's playing at a level we have not seen. And now he's going against a team he's had a lot of success against. So the 6.5, I know it looks dicey, but I'm fine laying it going against Rivers on a short week, even though Indy's at home. 5-game losing streak for them. I think Jacksonville covers it. They've been taking care of business with everyone. Before we get to our guest, any part of you want to bet Philadelphia, Buffalo? We've seen a lot of line movement this week. Any thoughts on this matchup? I feel like this is the game of the week that we need to discuss.
I still lean over. You can find a 43.5 at DraftKings minus 15. I think that's paramount. I'd rather bet that, obviously, than the 44 as I toggle it on YouTube. If you're watching the video on Odds Logic, you know, a lot of 44, and there are some 44.5. If you're betting the over, for the love of God, do not bet over 44.5. If you bet that and it lands 27-17 and you direct message me calling me a 4-eyed pussy, like, it's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to bet over 43.5 or 44. Do not go over 44.5, please. That's where I'm at. I'll be rooting Bills, as you know. By the way, when you brought up Jacksonville there, did you see who sent me a tweet? I tweeted about the Bills tonight. Did you catch who responded at me?
No, I did not.
Mitch Moss.
Oh, okay.
VSiN host. They better get through Jacksonville first in Jacksonville. And I'm like, oh, baby.
Let's go.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong with Jacksonville in the playoffs. I can't wait. I told Mitch we're going to have to do a side bet if we get Bills Jags.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Why don't you bring in our guests, and I'm sure we'll end up talking some Bears Niners coming up on Sunday night with him.
Do you believe what Jake Hasan is wearing? I believe that he's drinking. I can't believe what he's wearing. Look at this. Aviators, Santa hat, whiskey. You're looking good, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, boys. What was the line on me showing up or not?
You were minus 800 to show up.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a no doubter. You were going to be there. Now, the state of what you were going to be, that is in question always.
I put that out there very quickly, just to be clear. When I got that text, I said very quickly what the situation would be. So nobody should be surprised.
I really feel bad, Joe, because I can feel the internet lagging here. I hope it doesn't affect the audio. I know it's affecting the video a little bit. That's my fault. Jake, any bets you like this weekend?
I'm obsessed with Buffalo. I think the Eagles are so fraudulent. I hate this team. Give me Jalen Hurts in his stupid hat after the game going Socrates mode about why they lost this game. I don't care. Like, I love Buffalo. That's all. I will say, I know you guys were talking about nobody watched a second of the NBA. I bet a little Spurs. That was pretty awesome. That was fun.
Yeah.
Was it? What happened? Who are they playing?
They beat the Thunder outright.
Oh yeah, I did see they were playing
again. So that was pretty cool.
All right. Did you watch any other NBA game or bet on any other one?
No, I didn't. It was all NFL the rest of the way.
Yeah. Thank God. Jesus.
Chris Alodakun, moon.
He almost pulled it off,
I wanted to take the points so bad because I saw it touch 14. And ironically enough, the 14s did get bet. They bet them back because wise guys, despite what GRP says, they bet numbers, not teams. And they did bet plus 14. I just couldn't get there. And then I'm driving to the second dinner. I missed it.
Missed moon.
Damn.
Are you fat, Jake? Are you extra fat?
Dude, I feel so fat. I feel so disgusting. Like,
so gross.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the passengers from WALL-E right now. Like, you're gonna have to get me out of here on like a space forklift.
What is getting you? What is getting you? For me, it's been the desserts. I was telling Sam, like, they're all just sitting out there all day, and I just keep perusing, finding my way over there. Oh, let me have my 8th brownie of the day. Oh, there's more cookies, more ice. You know what? It's a little warm in here. How about some ice cream? What are you attacking?
What's been doing for me is just the massive charcuterie board that has like 7 deli meats, 18 different cheeses. Of course, you have to have a carb there, so it's 7 different crackers. Like, all right, let me mix this deli meat with this cheese on this cracker, and you can have 73 different ways to do that. Appetizers are killing me, desserts too, and like obviously the booze doesn't help, but that we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Hey man, we all have a decent excuse for the booze, especially this year.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, Joe, about what I did after the dentist? I told Jake. I don't know if I told you.
Yeah, you put it in the group chat with both of us because Joe's text was, "Why the F are we out of cosmic brownies?" And Sam's next text was, "I just stopped at Andy's. Who the hell do I think I am?"
Yes, Andy's frozen custard.
I left the dentist at 103rd and Cicero, and I had to go back west, Oak Park, Forest Park. So I went past the Andes on 95th. I think it's like 95th and Cicero, give or take.
Yeah.
And when you kind of like mentally turn the blinker on, but you don't quite physically get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I'm cool. So then I banged the left on 87th. And took it to Harlem. And then I'm driving north on Harlem to get, up north. And there's another Andy's. So I almost merged over 3 lanes. And after the dentist picked my teeth to the bone, I went and got a large concrete at Andy's and crushed it in the car.
Let's go.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
What'd you get mixed in though? What was mixed in the custard?
I had a banana ice cream with peanut butter cup.
Strong.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're lucky because if you had kept going, there's one on Harlem and Archer now too. So like they're everywhere. Like you can't get away.
Oh man, I had a feeling that Jake would go for the Rico Suave jackhammer. No.
Yeah, he would.
He would. He would.
I'm
All right.
pretty sure that was named after me, actually.
What is going to happen with Bears Niners? I feel like everyone is telling us to take the over.
I mean, how is it? I mean,
So
the three of us are going to be playing in the secondary for the Niners.
Well,
like,
you know how these go, though. Like when everybody's on something, and it's going to be high scoring, just like Monday night was with San Francisco. I don't know.
The only thing, like living 28 years in Chicago as a Bears fan with all these chud Bears fans, like coming off the win on Saturday where Lottie's exploded, as Sam wouldn't know because he Irished me, but it's okay. I still love him dearly. We had a really fun time.
Oh, that's his move. You didn't know that?
Oh, everybody did to me. It was me and Paul Aspen staring at each other after 7 other people left us at the end of the night. But I think that coming off the win, like everybody's feeling themselves about the Bears. Oh, overtime win Saturday night. Like this feels like such, and this is janky narratives, but like such a regression for the Bears. Like this is the game they lose, right? After having the big emotional win where now everybody's feeling themselves, Super Bowl, Super Bears, and you just lose. I'm probably taking the 3 with San Francisco.
I don't know. I probably won't bet the game, to be honest. I'll be out for it though, Joe. I'll be out by you. I'll be out in Mokina.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I think I'm going to Durbin's. I think there's something planned at Durbin's.
Okay.
So you're going to be at your brother's?
No, there's a bar. There's a bar down the street that they're going to. Apparently, the shots are free if you know the bartender. Yeah.
Oh,
oh yeah, over down by there. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. We'll see.
Never know. The Metro line that goes out that way. I can figure something out.
Oh my God, don't Jake. BS a BSer, Jake. All right. It's 11 o'clock on Christmas. My buddy Raleigh wants to burst through the door with his shirt off. So before that happens, let's just do best bets. Joe, what are you playing this weekend?
Cleveland. Let's go Jacksonville. Those are the 2 I like. I like Cleveland a lot.
I'm going to do. So do I. I like Cleveland +3. That line move tells me they're winning outright. I like Cleveland more than Carolina. So I'll take the dog. Both home dogs, actually. Cleveland +3, Carolina +7. And I am not fazed by this move back against Clemson. We expect there to be some stuff at Penn State around kickoff. Like all these guys are opting out because that's just the way it goes these days. So Clemson -3. Remember, that got bet up to 5.5. Then it came back at 3. It's still a bet. Clemson -3. So those are my 3 bets. Jake?
I love Buffalo. Again, like I said, I'm laying that. Sam, you brought it up. I'm going to go one more. Give me the Panthers on the money line. I don't care. God, I don't want the points. Panthers money line. And I don't know if I'm going to talk to you guys again before this, so I'm going to do my moon right now. Blood moon. Blood red, Texas Tech money line. See you in the Natty.
Oh, I think he's right. Yeah, we'll do that.
I hope he's right
for the Tuesday show. We'll record. I think Monday night. It's weird right now because of the holiday schedule. But I think next week we're gonna have Tuesday and Friday shows. I think we got to do another Friday show, Sam, because we've got the quarterfinals Thursday, right? So then we got to react to that.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't have the schedule in front of me, and if it was, I probably couldn't read it. And again, I want to apologize if there's any lagging video or audio. That is wholeheartedly on me today. But again, how many podcasts do you know that are sitting around at 10:58 local time, leaving their parties, leaving their families to podcast? Not many. Yep. Not many. I assure you that.
Yeah, that's the key there. I was going to say the exact same thing. Many quickly made picks for Sunday on Monday said, we'll see you next week or we'll see you in 2 weeks. Like, no, Christmas night, we're recording so people have something on Friday when they're shopping around or doing whatever the hell they're doing, looking for some angles for these NFL games. So we want to make sure we bring that to the people. We want to remind people, YouTube, continue to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. It's awesome to see all the reaction there, all the comments. Sam, you always have a topic there. I know you're going to have another one there for this week's YouTube episode, but we're trying to grow that, man. Video, that's what we're going to be focusing on moving forward.
Yes, sir. And again, thanks for the reviews. Not only the YouTube comments, but the Apple reviews, the Spotify reviews, the Tank reviews. It's all love. It's all love here. Jake, take us home. Last words. Famous last words. Go.
Famous last words. I thought you guys were kidding when you texted me earlier today saying, hey, you want to record later tonight? Totally thought you were screwing with me. I have now switched to over-the-ear Bluetooth headphones because when I was at Lottie's a couple weeks ago with Sam, I did, in fact, lose an AirPod, and I'm not going to replace it. So I just bought over-ear headphones so that I don't get assist that explodes in my ear. I love you guys. I'm always available. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.